In Arizona, it's now illegal to hold your cell phone while you're driving. Now, I'm sure it's the same way in a lot of other states too. So that's why I bought the Belkin CarVent Pro with MagSafe so I can stay legal, I can stay safe, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, this is the Belkin CarVent Pro with MagSafe. I've got it installed right here on the vent. This is the vehicle I'm in right now is a Toyota Tacoma late model. And this retails, you can get it just about anywhere for about $40. What this means when I say MagSafe compatible is that it is designed to work with an iPhone 12. And you also have to have on there a MagSafe compatible case. And this happens to be the Apple silicone case. Since the case is holding the phone, it also sticks on there really well. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull this off my vent and show you how to install it. These little grippy, rubbery, hard rubbery things are really hard to spread apart, but that's really the only way to get it onto the vent. Now my vent right here, not all vents in every vehicle are designed the same by any means, but the way that this works here in this Toyota Tacoma are there are these nice thick vent louvers and they rotate in 360. So the best way to put this on is to kind of spread these out, and you'll notice I'm pushing on here really hard to get that on. But once they're on, it doesn't come off. Hey, I gotta ask, if you're getting value out of this video, please give me a like. And look at this thing, it really is strong. The key to getting this thing in the position that you want is working with your particular louvers. And of course, everybody's louvers are going to be different. But I found on here, luckily mine, like I said, they rotate like this. And I was able to get a position where they don't flop. If I had it like this, it might have a tendency to flop like this. And if I had like this, it might have a tendency to flop back and forth. So I found if I got it at about a 45-degree angle, it works perfectly because I still want to clear my turn signal right here. And also I want to be able to go into landscape mode, which the Belkin car holder is capable of doing. So I can turn it like this. Now you notice it did hit that just a little bit. So this probably isn't a great position for me if I'm going to use landscape mode. But if I went over and used this vent, then it's way too far away. And so to be honest, I mean, I use my phone when I'm in my car 99% of the time in vertical mode anyway. And you know what? I kind of feel like an Uber driver. Now, a couple of questions you might be asking yourself are, does it fall off? Now, like I said, I've been using this for 3 or 4 months. This is a 4-wheel drive vehicle. I've had this all over the place, bouncing up and down. I have yet to have this fall off. Occasionally, I have to readjust this a little bit to get it pointed the way I want. But again, that's going to be very particular to the vents in your vehicle. Now, what about power? Well, unfortunately, Belkin didn't come up with power on this. So what you've got to do is you have to hook up your phone conventionally. What Belkin has done is they have a way right here of clipping your cord into it. Kind of, you have to really, no. Okay, so now I've got it pushed in here, and you can, it's just enough that you can kind of move it back and forth, but it does keep it in place. You plug it in, like so, and then you feed your cord down to your power source. What you may be thinking, and I thought this, and so I tried it, is, well, what about the MagSafe wireless charging puck that you use to charge your iPhone 12? What about putting that on the Belkin CarVent holder? Well, it unfortunately doesn't work. You can almost feel the magnets pushing against each other, repelling each other. It doesn't work. Might stick a little bit, but now when I try to put this on here, I mean, it's a non-starter. It doesn't work. But what if Belkin, now this is not a Belkin, this is not a charging mount, which I wish it was, but what if Belkin came up with like a recessed area where this puck would actually stick in there and a little place for the cord, so that when you put your phone on there, it's sat on there flush and charged. Now that would be a cool idea. One of the things you have to remember about using this Belkin CarVent mount is that you need to take off any MagSafe compatible accessories off the back of your phone first. Now this is my Moft MagSafe wallet, which I just love. I have this on here all the time. But whenever I get into the car, I have to remember to take this off, and then before I put it onto the car mount. Of course, when I leave, I have to make sure that I don't forget it and put it back on when I get out of the car. Now, some people are probably wondering, maybe you, what about the air conditioning? Is the cold air coming out of the air conditioning vent going to affect your phone? Well, in my experience, I've been using this for 3 or 4 months. It is July, late July right now. And so my air conditioning has been on a lot, and I have had no negative effect that I can tell from cold air blowing on it. The one thing it does do is that it deflects the air a little bit because it's hitting the back of the phone instead of hitting me in the face. And that's something you're going to have to consider. In terms of heat, mostly heat are coming from the vents at your feet. So that's never really going to be a heat issue coming out of the vent during the wintertime. You know, there's not a whole lot that I really don't like about this. Like I said, I've been using it for 3 or 4 months. Once you get the position and everything set and the way that you want it, it has a tendency to stay that way. And I know the clasp here, it seems when you look at it, it's really hard and rubbery. You have to really give it a lot of force to put it on there. And it seems kind of clunky, but it stays. At least on this particular vent, it does stay put. I have never had the thing fall off. Hey, definitely check out the description below for more information about the CarVent Mount Pro with MagSafe, as well as other information and resources, and maybe some of the stuff that I forgot to mention in this video that I'll think of later. It wasn't supposed to do that.